Good morning. All the brave people who woke up and made it to the 9 o'clock session. A special welcome. Those of you who maybe could not have been here last night, we had a wonderful opening and a beautiful, informative, marvelous talk by Dr. Prudence Carter, and I'm sorry that she has such a busy schedule she couldn't be here for the rest of the conference, but we have such a wonderful array of speakers that I think you will enjoy them equally. As you know, this conference is trying to take on the challenge and complexity of understanding peace. And not only just a little portion of peace, but what does it mean to bring global peace that includes the entire planet and all of its peoples in that framework. And that alone is a challenge, where you have a framework for peace that does not have an other. There is no us and them. And so, in order to understand this concept of peace, one has to draw from the rich wealth of knowledge that is available among academics and practitioners who are doing things not only in their research but in application in order to understand how to make the world a better place, how to improve societies, how to improve the plight of people who are underprivileged and who are suffering from the inequalities that are so deeply entrenched in our global society. So for the Baha'i Chair, I cannot tell you what an honor it is. First of all, to have all of you attend this conference, that you would take time out of your busy schedules to be here and to hear these marvelous speakers give us insights about the most important issue that faces this world today. And secondly, to the wonderful speakers who have agreed to come and give their perspectives on this important topic at this conference. I cannot thank all of you enough for being here. Thank you. This morning, we have a speaker whom I have waited for a long time to hear in person, because he's an architect, and usually we don't invite architects into a context of looking at peace. And when I saw the work of Giancarlo Mazzanti, especially in South America, I thought it would really be important to have him be here with us at this conference and to have his perspective. So I'd like to introduce you to him. He is an architect of the Javeriana University in Bogota, Colombia. He has been a teacher in several Colombian universities, and he has also taught at Princeton University in 2012 and at Harvard Graduate School of Design in 2014. He has received several national and international awards and was chosen by New York's Museum of Modern Art to exhibit his work in their permanent collection. He is the winner of the Pan America Architecture Biennial in the category of architectonic design in 2008 in Quito, Ecuador, winner of the Global Award for Sustainable Architecture in Paris, France. Most of his architectural work involves social values, and at its main core, searching for projects that empower transformations and build communities. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Mr. Giancarlo Mazzanti.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm going to explain what we did in the last year in Colombia, which is the power of architecture for the social transformation, how we can help with architecture in the different zones of architecture. But first, I'm going to speak how do we work. In the end, it's very important because when you work, you reflect what are you doing, what is your political position, what you want to transformation in this end. In the last 25 years old, we have worked with more of 53 different partners, sociologists, biologists, and other different other professions. For us, it's very important to work with other people and work together with other people because we do architecture, but we need to help in other space when we work in this sense. For us, this is very important. When you work with other people, you dissolve the dogma. The dogma. You dissolve the approach that you have. You have to learn with the other profession. You have to learn to the other forms to work. And we have worked in this sense in the last years. This is another important form to work for us, is the competition. In the 90% of the work that I'm going to show now is made for the competitions. The competition is a wonderful tool, and we have in Colombia a law for every public building have to do with the competition. The competition is the opportunity for the more young people. The competition is a democratic form to do architectural. And in the competition, the winner is anonymous, is open for everybody, and you can propose a new forms to work. That is a wonderful tool for the development of the architectural. Where do we work? In the last year, we have worked in South America, in Colombia, and other countries in Uruguay and Brazil, but we have worked in this zone of the city, the most ports of the cities in Colombia, and we have worked with the mayor, we have worked with the foundation, and we are looking for what is the real role of architectural in the end. Why we can do architectural, for what or for who we are doing architectural in this end. This is the zones we have worked in the last year, and I'm going to show one interest that we have our projects in the last year. We think that the architecture is a tool for the social inclusion. How we can work with architectural, how we can work with architecture, or what we can trigger with the architectural to change the social situation in the South American in general. For us, the architectural is action. I think that the value of the architectural is not only itself. What produced the architectural? How we can think before what produced the architectural? How we can trigger different behavior? How we can trigger new forms to work? How we can trigger the best form to live of we are going to work? We have worked in this sense, and for us it's a very important this work of the artist from Mexico. The name is Pedro Reyes, and it's a good example how the architecture is a tool for trigger new behavior. If I put this big sombrero with us, we have to speak with the sombrero. This is a tool for the speak. This is a tool for the communication. And when I put this sombrero, I have to speak with you. How the architecture will have this real role. We are more near, and we want to work with it more the performative action of the architectural. The value of the architecture is not in itself. It's not its beauty or not its beauty. What is the real tool? What is the real role in the end in the social inclusion in this change? The other important approach that we have is the embracement architectural. We think that we need to embrace the communities with the architecture. When you have embracing, you can change what think the people with the buildings. And we have worked in this sense. We worked with the communities, and we want to understand what happened after of the project. I am going to show different interview when the people speak after to do the projects in that. But for us, that is a very important point. How we can trigger embracing Embracing or embrace? Embrace, okay? She's my translator, and he helped me because I forget, my English is not the best, but she helped me, and with words that I forget in the end. The other important is how architecture is a tool for the education. When we do a school, the most important is not connect this classroom with other classroom. What happened in the void space between the different classrooms? For us, every project that we did is a tool for the education. We can trigger and the space of the schools and the project that we did is a space for learn. We can learn to the children what is cold, what is hot, soft, hard, and we can trigger different behavior around to the idea to the learn. The architecture is a tool for learn in every project, museums, schools, where you want, we can think what produce in education the project, what we do. In this sense, we are interested to work with the idea of the trigger of behavior and urban renovation. And I'm going to show the difference point how we have worked in this sense. How we can change the urban, the cities, and how we can work with different mayors and another foundation in this sense to help to the more poor people in South America and Colombia in general. I am going to show my first project, the transformation of Medellin. We have worked with the mayor in Medellin and with the Alejandro Echeverri. This is very important urbanism in Medellin. And we have worked in this city. This city for many years is example of the corruption, is example of the narco traffic. We have worked in the development of the Proyecto Urbano Integral, the urban project, integral project. This is a big tool for transformation in Medellin on the last year. We have worked with the mayor, and we have worked in this fund of Medellin. They developed 3 different project urban integral in Medellin, and we do 7 million for green space new in 4 years. 47,000 educational projects in 10 different schools in only 4 years. 126 impacts on over public institution and 61 hectares for the transformation in public space. We have worked in this neighborhood, and I'm going to show what we did in 4 years with the mayor and with the project, urban project how do you say? Proyecto Urbano Integral. Proyecto Urbano Integral. Okay. This is the sum where we worked. We did a library here, and in white is the project where we have worked in the last year with Medellin. This is the red point is the difference project that we did, and I'm going to show fast to show the difference point that we did in this moment. We did the public space, and we changed the health of the people in the city. The difference red point is the point where we have worked, and the difference project that we did in the last year. We did a new parks in this neighborhood. We did a bridge to connect the different part of the city break for the quebradas, creek, and another the different bridge in the neighborhood, parks, and field sports, and schools, and the library that now I'm going to show in this sense. The library is a competition. We won the competition 7 years before, and it's in Medellin. Medellin is a valley between two big mountains. It's a mountains. It's a geography, and we want to work it with this idea. We don't want to do a building. We want to do a geography. We want to do a landscape. In this sense, we have worked to how we can make this landscape. We want to do a very iconic building in this sense. We can visibility the political that we have, we have worked with the mayor in this sense in Medellin. We want to work in the sense of do a landscape, and we will have interest to work with in this sense of the idea of the rocks. And we will have worked with this idea of the rocks in the mountain. And this is the city where we have worked. This is the library where we did. And this is the neighborhood. The neighborhood is a poor neighborhood. It's a product of the immigration of the people of the country around to the 70s, and have a big problem. In the 80s, this is the most important place for the gangster of Pablo Escobar. This place is a more dangerous place in the city in Medellin, and the image of in this sense is this little video. Before to the library, before to the intervention with the mayor, Medellin is this image of the video. This is the real situation of Medellin before to the big intervention with the mayor, and we work after to the real world of the narco-traffic. The architectural is a very important tool in this sense to change the reality of Medellin after to the 80s and 90s. That is the most hard problem in Medellin in the 80s and the 90s. Before to the public intervention, Medellin is drug, narco-traffic, violence. After, now Medellin is the most innovative city of the world, and is an example of transformation, education, and optimism in this sense. And this is for me the important form to the children, to the neighborhood embrace in this sense. This, when you go to the library, the children speak about this one.
Porque uno no se podía pasar de un barrio a otro, porque se la zona era matando. También ahí abajito de la biblioteca se encuentra un mural, se muestra desde qué año comenzó la guerra hasta qué año terminó. La guerra comenzó en el 1992 y terminó en el 2002. Bueno, está con el metrocable, el puente, y la biblioteca, su técnico se cataloga por un barrio más alegre y más contento, ya que se derrotó la delincuencia y se vive la paz y la tranquilidad.
I like these different interviews, and I have another interviews, because you can feel what is the real change, what speak the people in the neighborhoods. And when you go in the library, the children, when you arrive in the cable, they say you what is the real change in this change. The library is a tool for the visibility, the politic of the politician. In the end, the architecture is a tool for the transformation, but in other way, is the possibility to visibility the politic of the politician or the other organization in general. This is the library. The image is go up of the mountain. Is more. We can see in this image the relation between the library with the mountains, and the possibility to the people embrace this building because it's near to the idea of the mountains. And Medellin is mountain, and the people to live in Medellin say Medellin is the capital of the mountains, and the people take this image very near in the sense. We have worked in other sense. We connect the library with the different streets, and to connect with other part of the neighborhood. And this is, I like this image because when the people before to the library, before to the intervention, the people don't like to say that I live in this neighborhood because it's synonymous or dangerous or violence. Now the people have pride to live in this neighborhood, and the people say I live in this neighborhood. What is the library? What is the change of the city? This is the image of the library. And this is an interview with the people of the neighborhood. I'm going to cut because it's very long, but I'm going to show different interviews.
el camino 100%. A como era primero, sí.
La misma gente le comenta pues a uno que esto era muy crítico, aquí la gente no podía salir.
O sea, el barrio era muy, ¿qué te digamos? O sea, demasiado caliente.
No ha cambiado un 100%, pero sí, a comparación de como era antes, sí ha mejorado muchísimo.
O sea, ahora se vive muy tranquilo.
Yo digo que es por el aporte de la biblioteca.
Porque el gobierno ha estado más pendiente de estas zonas, ha visto que acá se puede, en barrios así pobres, se puede dar oportunidades y la gente puede aprovecharlo.
O sea, uno no siempre tiene dinero para ir a internet, a salas, a un café, a buscar tareas y ahora pues todo es internet. Entonces esto es una proyección pues muy bonita, es muy buena para todos nosotros y para toda la comunidad.
Es bonita, llama mucho la atención.
La biblioteca es muy bonita.
Es grande por dentro. Por acá también se está bonita. Esas de allá son las tablas donde hacen actividades. Realizan. Pues a mí lo que me gusta de la biblioteca es
This is another image of the library, the relation between this public space and the side of the library, the idea of the image, how we can have a very strong image of the city, how the people can take this image to embrace in the city. This is the relation between the public space and the buildings, the image in the night. And I want to show fast that the real impact of the library and the PUI in this zone of Medellin. With the library and with the urban project, we have a more public space, more meeting point, more in a meeting condition, new educational and analytical scenarios in this sense. This is the physical transformation that that they have in the last year. This is the play before the library, the process of the construction, and after that, the neighborhood now changed because open a little stores, a little market and groceries, and the physical situation of the neighborhood changed. And the library helped to reduction the violence of condition. This is the reduction of the violence conditions in the last years in the library. It's not only the library, but the library is the possibility to visibility this political approach of the mayor. We have worked in other zones of Medellin, and we can help for the violence in this moment. The Span Library generated embracement, and that is for me the most important because the people have a pride, orgullo, have pride of the library, and the people change the form to think to itself in this sense. The emergency and new economy, they change, the economy of the neighborhood is changed because the library now is a tourist point. And many people go there, and we can help in this sense. The architect will have this possibility to open other forms to use the space of the library in this sense. The library is not only a library. We can help to the people to a workshop, to better forms to work, or we can teach to the other people to have a better job, and we work in this sense in different. And this is a library. We have books, interactive computers, and in this sense. That is a tourist and new product that we have worked. These are souvenirs of the library. And I like a lot this image. It is a book, Write It, of the Spain writer, yeah. And he speak about two young people to take the brick of the library in construction, and he speak about this library. But this is amazing because after the architectural go up other different books or foundation, and this is important foundation after the library use the name of the book, and the foundation help with the music other people of the neighborhood with the music, and they speak about this one in Medellin.
ciudad en transformación. Hay más equidad, inclusión social, dignidad para todos. Barrio de Medellín quiere ser parte de esta transformación. Nuestro elenco es conformado por niños y jóvenes de todos los estratos, de manera que así promovemos la inclusión social a través de la formación artística. Tenemos niñas de Canto Alegre, una escuela de música en su gran mayoría para niños de barrios más privilegiados. También tenemos niños pertenecientes a 4 elementos de escuela, una academia de hip hop para niños de estratos más bajos. El espectáculo es basado en un libro llamado Barrio de Medellín, el cual cuenta como a un par de niños del barrio Santo Domingo Sabio. Los libros expanden su visión del mundo. El barrio es una mezcla de diferentes elementos. De la misma forma, Barrio de Medellín es una mezcla de diferentes géneros artísticos. Tenemos actuación, canto y baile. Está compuesto por una mezcla de diferentes personas, de diferentes barrios y estratos. La música es una fusión, una mezcla de diferentes géneros. Bienvenido al bar.
Okay. I'm going to show another, thank you. I'm going to show another project with another different approach. This is another city. This is in Bogota, and we cannot work in this sense with the mayor. We can work with the foundation, and we have to teach to the mayor the power of architecture. And now we are working with the mayor, but we started to work with the foundation. We are very interested to work with the idea of the piece and models, how we can think the architectural and have the possibility to grow and change in the time. In the countries similar to Colombia, maybe we don't have the money for the big building in 2 years. We don't have the money to do with the, maybe we need to look for the money for 5, 7, 8 years to do the building. How we can think the project with a modular and piece, and how we can go to work very fast with the community with two models, how we can grow the project in the time when we are looking for the money, or we found the money in this end. We are very interested with this possibility to the adaptability, to the possibility to change the architecture and in the growth of the architecture. This is a project for the canopy in the Casuca is a very poor neighborhood near to Bogota, and we are working in this sense with adaptive system, modulus. In the end, it's the same approach of the performative architecture, how we can think that the possibility to change every time the architecture is for the people, is not for the architects, and the people can change the architecture in the time. That is the situation of the neighborhood. It's a very dangerous neighborhood. It's not narco-traffic. It's a band, gangs, different gangs in the neighborhood in this sense. This is the place where we have to work it. This is a little field of sport. It's very traditional in South America. Have a little sport and put the canopy after in this sense. This is a little school for the Pie Descalzo Foundation. It's a foundation of the Shakira, and she helped to the people in this neighborhood, and they call it to do this canopy. This is the plan of the project. This is the different models, and the project. This is the project build as a little canopy in this very poor neighborhood. But now, after to finish the project, we start to work with the mayor of the city of Soacha. This is the city near to Bogota, and we are explain that the project can grow in the time and connect another foundation. Here is another foundation and work with the soccer. How we can to connect, and this is a demonstrative image, but it's not the end. But how can grow the project and connect another points of the neighborhood in the time. And we are now working with the mayor and to explain that the project can grow, and can to connect, and it's a possibility to change every neighborhood. In this sense, we don't work it of the urban and finishing the building. This is another approach than Biblioteca España. We are working of the building to change the neighborhood. It's another. This is the image of the project, the possibility to grow, the image of the relation between the canopy with the. And I like this image because sometimes you can see the sky, and in other you can see another very big image in this case. This is the interviews of the project.
Antes era un potrero, ahora es una cancha multipropósito donde los niños pueden venir a practicar fútbol, baloncesto, voleibol.
Nosotros le decimos el polideportivo de Cazuca.
Inicialmente tenemos 3 escuelas de formación deportiva o clubes juveniles con el Instituto Colombiano de Bienestar Familiar operados por Colsubsidio, y tenemos también 3 escuelas de formación artística con la Secretaría de Educación y Cultura del municipio.
Pues esta construcción de este polideportivo ha sido definitivamente valiosísimo para esta comunidad, una comunidad afectada por la violencia, una comunidad afectada por todos los problemas sociales que se viven en una comuna 4 de Soacha, ¿no? Problema de desarraigo. Entonces nadie es dueño de nada, nadie cuida nada. Con este polideportivo lo que hemos notado es que la gente se ha apropiado un poco del espacio, primero porque está cercana al colegio, segundo porque es un punto de referencia valioso acá dentro de la comuna.
Ya hay una referencia para toda la comunidad en la sola ruta de transporte cuando tú vienes en un bus, entonces ya la gente se ubica que es el parque de Pies Descalzos, el parque de Shakira.
Vemos que los aros de las canchas, por ejemplo, de baloncesto todavía permanecen, eso es un logro fantástico. Antes había unas canchas allí, pero pues estaban completamente destruidas. La gente aprovecha este espacio no solamente para recrearse, sino para compartir y departir otro tipo de actividades. Acá hemos tenido la oportunidad, por ejemplo, de tener encuentros del Día de la Familia.
También se han hecho acercamientos con la comunidad para que desde la comunidad sean los dinamizadores, pues porque sabemos que las organizaciones están temporalmente, pero tienden a irse en algún momento, están temporalmente, quienes quedan son las comunidades.
A mí me parece que ha sido muy...
Another image of the idea of the model and the piece, the possibility to grow in this sense, the image of the power of the image. I think it's important to have image impact in this sense, because the people to live in the poor neighborhoods never have big or important projects, and they have to embrace this because I have this project and it's my project. Nobody has this project, and that is important. And to the people take this idea to the pride. Yes, in this sense. This is another image, video. I'm going to cut in the middle because it's very long. But the people of this neighborhood use this field for the sport after to the 11 in the night. Before, the people cannot be in the street after to the 8 because it's very dangerous. This little space in the neighborhood is a little space for the peace, and the people can be there because the people feel safe in this place now. I'm going to show another project that is a competition for the National Memorial Museum. We are working to write the piece in Colombia. That is a very important moment in Colombia because we are going to arrive for the peace after of 40 years of war with the guerrillas and the guerrillas with the narco traffic in this sense. And we want to work it with the idea of the jungle, with the natural, yes. And we want working with this idea. The war in Colombia was in the country, upside of the city, and we want to work with this idea, with the possibility to think the architecture similar to the tree, to the trees, to possibility to grow. This is the proposal, and we have a possibility to grow in different sense, but we want work it with idea of the plants. We want to work with idea of the different ambient to produce the landscape in Colombia. Colombia is a landscape. Colombia have a wonderful mountains, ocean, and have a different ambience in this sense. And we are working with that. We want to take the different ambient with ¿Dónde fue? With the word took place, okay? And we have take this natural, we want to take these trees and move to Bogota and put similar to the library, and the people can go there and have a two relation in this sense. The first relation is of the health to the relation with the natural. When you go with the natural, you have a health. You can walk with us. But the other sense, we want to transport to the people to have the conflict, to have the big problem in the country of the world. And when you go to the similar natural, similar of your city, or you feel the real conditions. And we want to work in this in two ways. The health to possibility to work with the natural, and to transport to the ambient of was the word in this moment. Yeah. And this is the general idea. We want to work a little mountain with the different species and species of the trees and the natural in this sense. And we have worked with the idea of the mountains in Bogota, to connect the mountains in Bogota with the museum in this point. We propose a big park to connect the mountains in this sense of the city. This is the model of the project, and we have worked with the idea of the park to connect the mountain and to go up in the building in this sense. This is the different ambient. This is the plans of the building, and the different ambient inside. The people can walk in two different ways in the building. Can to connect the different rooms to teach the conflict, and you can learn what happened in Colombia in the last 40 years of the world. But you can go for the other way, and you can walk up in the park. You can have a different form to walk inside of this building. This is the image of the buildings, the different part inside of the building, the trees, the ambient of the nature, and on the other use of the building in this sense. You can go to this space to the capsule. It's similar to the botanic garden. It's a botanic garden in vertical. It's a campus in vertical, and you can walk in this sense, and you can have a time to relax and to think about the conflict in Colombia, but you can have a relation with the natural indifference. It's not easy to explain this project in English for me, because it's very complex, the concept in Spanish, and it's not easy in English in this sense. You can have this space to think, silence, and have to take the real situation of Colombia in the last year. This is an image of the model, and this is a model made. This is the project made with the wood and the different capsules or space to learn the conflict in Colombia. I'm going to show the last project. This is a kindergarten in Bogota. And we work with the same approach with the idea of the model of the system. But in this sense, we want to work with the idea of how the space have the capacity to learn to the children when you work with little children. This project want to trigger the different behavior of the children, and we want to learn with the project to new relation between these things. every activities inside of the ovalo or circle is for the children. And the other activities of the kindergarten outside have the double possibility to use. Of the neighborhood people can use this part of the project, or the children can use the building in this sense. And the space inside of the circle is complex, the circulation, and you can go around it's a space for the children. Have another scale, have another angles to play, and how the children can embrace this space, and the space outside is a space for the adults, people in general. This is the situation of the neighborhood. This is the space for the children, and this is the space for the children too, but have the possibility to go out, to go in of the neighborhood and use for the big the table for dinner or projection of cinema, another use. How we can multiply the use of the building when we work with the idea to do a kindergarten, how the kindergarten can to transform in other moment in public space, in market, and another use in this sense. I like this image because this project is made five years before of the kindergarten. And the people to live here embrace the kindergarten. It's very important. The people help to clean the building, don't have a problem with the graffitis. We don't have a problem in the building. But the other school have a graffiti, and the people don't embrace. And this is a very important question for me. The problem is not do a project. It's how we do the project to trigger behavior and embrace. How we can open the project to the community. How the community can take the project and have pride. It's impossible for me. Pride, the project in this sense. And this is the image of the project. And this another important is made with the same cost of this for the square meter. It's the same value here in this project that this project. We can do wonderful project with design, with ideas. The problem is not do the project only, it's how we can do the project to trigger that. This is the space between the space for the children and the space for the dining room and the people can go here and go to the dining room, or the children go there and have this possibility. The other important approach that we have is how we can visibility what happened inside of the kindergarten. In general, the kindergarten is closed for the city, and the children never see what happened in the city. How we can have the possibility to see upside, but how we can to protect the children inside in the project. We have another approach. The children can go va detrás, pueden ir detrás. Go behind of the huellas, the footprints, and they learn with the animals, and they have a little space to play. It's how and this is the possibility to see inside of the kindergarten. How the kindergarten is open is when we open the project, the people have embraced. The people know what happened inside of the project. It's a public project. You can't open the project because it's public. You need to have a relation with in this sense. This is the image of the people and this is the video of the project. this is the work where we have worked in the last year. The interest in the end is, the question is, how the architecture is a tool for the social inclusion, how we can help with architecture, with a good architecture. It's not, the social architecture is not only for the more poor, it's for everybody. How a library can trigger a new behavior, how this space for the conference, how we can trigger another behavior of the relation between the lecture man or the auditorium. We can change the possibility. We can open the possibility to relation between the people in the world, and that is the interest that we have in the last year in the Equipo de Mazzanti. And thank you for the invitation, and thank you.